Hi, I'm Ms. Fung. Today we're going to look at solving exponential equations using logarithms. Now, if you haven't seen these before, make sure you watch the previous video and you practice because you'll need them for this video today. So solve for x. Let's say we have an example of 3 to the x equals 5. Now, 3 to the x equals 5. What power of 3 gives us 5? Well, when x is 1, 3 to the power of 1 is 3. When x is 2, 3 to the power of 2 is 9. So x must be between 1 and 2. How do we work that out? Well, we could use log base 3, 5 is equal to x, and we could plug that into our CADS calculator. So let's do that. Let's bring out the CADS. So, and the shortcut for it is Shift 6, that brings up the log, and then we put in the base is 3, and then our number is 5, enter. So 1.46497, etc. Let me take the CADS out. So we could use the Shift 6 shortcut in our CADS and work out our value. We're going to do that today. Solve for x. Before you continue with this, make sure you try that question on your CADS so that you can do the following. I won't demonstrate that again. So the Shift 6 to bring up the log base. So 3 to the power of x 5x minus 2 equals 30. So what can we do with this? We can do log base 3, 30 equals the power, so 5x minus 2. And then we're trying to get x by itself, so we add 2 to both sides. So now we have log 330 plus 2 equals 5x. And how do I get x by itself? Divide by 5 on both sides. And if you plug that into the calculator, you'll get roughly 1.019. So again, I won't demonstrate this step, but it's using the Shift plus 6 shortcut key. Example 3. What about inequalities? 0.5 to the power of x is less than or equal to 0.2. So in this one, we can log both sides since they're fractions. So we can do log 10 0.5 to the x and log 10 0.2. And what we can do now is, because this is 0.5 to the x, which of these laws can we use? We can use that one there where we bring the power to the front. So let's do that. We bring the x to the front. And now x times all of that means, to simplify and obtain x on its own, we divide by all of that on both sides. So now we divide on both sides by log 10 0.5. Now you might have noticed that I've changed the inequality to the other side, and that's because log 10 0.5 is less than 0. What does that mean? When you have log 10 0.5, 0.5 is a half. How else can you write 1 over 2? 1 over 2 is like 2 to the power of negative 1. And we know that 2 to the power of negative 1, that means a negative 1 goes to the front, and it's a negative value. So whenever you see fractions, they are actually negative values. So when you divide by a negative value, what do you have to do? You have to switch the inequality. So recap, when you see a fraction, you know that it's a negative value, and when you have to divide by a fraction or a negative value, you have to change the inequality. So notice also that this is not law number 2, that this is a log of a number divided by another log, whereas here is log of a number over another number. So these are not the same thing. Do not get confused. Plug that into the calculator and you'll get 2.32. Obviously, I just plugged that section into the calculator. Example 4. Knowing this skill, we can use it to find intercepts of our exponential graphs. So here we have y equals 3 times 10 to the x minus 9, or f of x. So for the x-intercept, we know we have to let y equal 0. So let all of that equals to 0. And now we have to isolate x. How do we do that? Well, add 9 to both sides. Then we divide by the 3. And now we can use our log conversion. So log base 10, 3 equals to the power, which is x. And plug that into the calculator. So this step you'll have to do on your own, 0.477. What about the y-intercept? That's when we let x equal 0. So now that x is equal to 0, which is any number to the power of 0 is 1. So 3 times 1 is just 3. 3 minus 9 is minus 6. Let's have a look at the graph. So the graph looks like that, an exponential graph. Exponential graphs, remember, they go up, and we can clearly see that the x-intercept is as we have worked it out, and our y-intercept is over there. Don't forget, when you sketch this, you always have to include the asymptote, and the asymptote is usually 0, but since it's moved down by 9, it's going to be y equals -9. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.